Have you ever wondered what they're not telling you in school? Welcome to 2026 Mandatory Curriculum, the class you wish you had. We're diving headfirst into the mysteries that history books conveniently forget. From the secrets hidden deep within the pyramids to the strange lights in our skies, we're asking the questions no one else will. Are we alone in the universe? What really happened to ancient civilizations? Get ready to challenge everything you thought you knew. We're about to explore the weird, the unexplained, and the absolutely mind-blowing. This isn't your average lesson plan. This is the stuff they don't want you to know. For thousands of years, humanity has looked up at the night sky and seen a companion, a natural satellite, a dead rock caught in our gravitational pull. We believe we know what the moon is. We walked on it. We brought rocks back. But what if the most significant discovery of the Apollo missions wasn't what the astronauts found on the surface, but what they found underneath it? Imagine a world where our satellite isn't natural at all, a world where the moon is an engineered megastructure, older than the Earth itself, towed into place by an intelligence we can barely comprehend. This isn't just science fiction. From seismic data that says the moon rings like a bell, two ancient Zulu legends of a time before the moon, the evidence is mounting. Welcome to the Hollow Moon Hypothesis. The cornerstone of this theory comes directly from NASA's own data. November 1969, Apollo 12. The mission objective was standard: understand the lunar interior. To do this, the astronauts intentionally crashed their ascent stage module back onto the moon to measure the impact with cytometers. If the moon were a solid rock like Earth, the shock wave should have dissipated quickly. Instead, something impossible happened. The moon rang. Like a bell, the reverberations didn't stop for over an hour. NASA was baffled. So, for Apollo 13, they decided to go bigger. They crashed the heavier third stage of the rocket into the surface. The result was even more terrifying. The moon rang for over 3 hours. The vibrations traveled 20 miles deep, accelerating as they went down, implying the inside is far less dense than the outside. As expert Mike Barra noted, this doesn't make sense if the moon is solid. It suggests vast, empty spaces inside where sound waves bounce around endlessly. And then, there was Apollo 17, a classified experiment, codenamed Chapel Bell. The name itself is a giveaway. Over 50 years later, the results remain classified. What did they find that was so extraordinary that the public couldn't know? If the moon is hollow, it needs a shell. And the geology supports this. First, the density is wrong. The moon is huge, 25% the size of Earth, but has only 1% of the density. It's a balloon compared to our planet. Then there is the inside-out paradox. On Earth, the deeper you dig, the older the rock. On the moon, it's reversed. The soil on top is often older than the rocks underneath it. Some of these rocks date back to the very beginning of the solar system, older than Earth itself. It's as if the surface was mined and dumped there to cover something up. And look at what the surface is made of. We found titanium, chromium, and zirconium, the hardest, most heat-resistant metals known to man. We even found uranium, 236, and neptunium-237, isotopes that simply do not occur naturally. These are the materials you would use to build a hull that is incredibly resilient. Look at the craters. Whether a meteor is small or massive, the craters are often the same shallow depth. Why? Because the impact blows away the dust, but it can't penetrate the metallic shield beneath. Let's talk about coincidences. Or rather, the lack of them. The moon is in a near-perfect circular orbit, which is rare, but the real impossible statistic is the eclipse. The moon is 400 times smaller than the sun. It is also precisely 400 times closer to Earth than the sun. This mathematical symmetry means that from Earth, they appear the exact same size, creating the perfect solar eclipse. Astronomers call the odds of this happening by chance beyond astronomical. It is unique in our known universe. Is it a coincidence? Or is it precise placement? Furthermore, the moon is tidally locked. It rotates at the exact speed needed to hide its dark side from us forever. We never see the back of the moon from Earth. What is being hidden back there? If the moon arrived, someone must have seen it. History tells us they did. Ancient cultures across the globe, from the Greeks to the indigenous people of Colombia, speak of a time before the moon. The Greeks called the Arcadians the Proselines, literally, those who were here before the moon. But the most chilling account comes from the Zulu people of Africa. Shaman Credo Mutwa tells of a legend where the moon was an egg, stolen and hollowed out by two reptilian leaders, Wayne and Mpanku. They rolled the moon across the sky to Earth. The legend says this arrival caused a cataclysm. The gravitational pull triggered a massive global flood, ending a golden age of humanity. This isn't just a story. The Tiahuanaco culture in Bolivia dates the moon's arrival to roughly 12,000 years ago exactly, coinciding with the Younger Dryas climate event. a time of massive geological upheaval on Earth. According to the Zulu, the moon was brought here as a tool, a way to control the Earth. In 1970, Soviet scientists Mikhail Vazin and Alexander Sherbakov published the spaceship moon theory. They proposed the moon is a hollowed-out planetoid, a biological ark or a warship parked in our orbit. This aligns disturbingly well with the Watchers from the Book of Enoch or the Chitauri of Zulu legend. And perhaps NASA knows. Why did we stop? We had the hardware for Apollo 18, 19, and 20, yet, after 1972, the program was abruptly canceled. Astronauts reported strange lights, transient lunar phenomena. Buzz Aldrin saw an unidentified object. There are rumors of Neil Armstrong saying, "They're here. Their ships are enormous." If the moon is a control mechanism, it works. It stabilizes our axis. It creates our tides. It influences our biological rhythms. If in the word lunacy comes from the moon's effect on the human mind, is it a guardian or is it a prison warden? The seismic data is real. The mathematical impossibilities are real. The ancient stories are consistent. We went to the moon to find a rock. We might have found a machine. And after 1972, we decided it was better to leave it alone. Thanks for watching. Keep looking up and question everything. Thanks for joining the class. If you enjoyed this journey into the unknown, make sure to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you never miss a lesson. Drop a comment below with what you want us to investigate next. Until next time, stay curious.